Hello. It's good to see you. Today I wanted to just give you a really quick update on Dexter. I know a lot of you have been asking me about him. This is just going to be really quick. We took him in, it was back before Christmas. It was maybe 3 weeks before Christmas, roughly. And I said at that time, we're going to give it a try. But if nothing else, I wanted to keep him from going to the pound. I don't know for sure, but up where my dad lives, it's kind of it's a very rural county, and I don't know what the situation is with their animal shelter, but I had a feeling, the outcome for him might not be so good if he ended up in a shelter. I didn't know what the odds would be that he would ever actually get adopted. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't like the thought of him going to a shelter, but my dad couldn't keep him. And so I said, well, I'll take him. And if nothing else, we'll foster him and see how it goes and see how he gets along with our cats. And I was very optimistic. I was really hoping that it would work out. I've mentioned, I've vented my frustration several times about trying to acclimate him to the environment, and to him it was kind of like a game. It was like, there are these two cats here and they're terrified of me and they run every time they see me, so yay, I get to chase them, and I got lots of suggestions, lots of advice from people in the comment sections. I got messages from people. Trust me, if there is a possible solution, I tried it. I watched, I don't know how many episodes of My Cat from Hell. I watched all these Jackson Galaxy videos on YouTube. I watched everything. Anything that I thought could be helpful, I watched it and I tried it. And Dexter was just not having any of it. I don't know. He just, he wasn't having it. I just realized that's crooked. I think I just made it worse. Sorry. I was just looking at a picture that's crooked. Sorry. And I was really optimistic for quite a while that it was going to be okay. I kept him in here in my room. See, I would keep him in here, and then I have double doors that go into the bathroom in there. So he would have access. But basically, for a lot of the time, he was confined to this small area, and I know that was exacerbating things. But when I let him out into the rest of the house, he would completely terrorize the other two cats. Evie started living up on above the cabinets up there, and Pumpkin just took permanent residence under some cushions on my papasan chair and refused to come out. She quit eating for several days. Evie would not come down. It was really starting to be a problem. And this was even when he wasn't downstairs. They were just terrified. They were so afraid of him that they were not comfortable doing anything anywhere in the house. They were just constantly looking for him, and they weren't eating. They just were not well. And then Evie and Pumpkin started attacking one another. And not just like roughhousing, they like seriously trying to hurt each other. And so I continued. I thought, okay, all right, I tried some different things. We're going to try this, see how this goes. We'll try this for a week, and we'll try this, and we'll add this. People said, oh, get the cat pheromone diffusers. I spent over $100 on cat pheromones, the diffusers, the collar, everything. The whole house smelled like lavender. It didn't do anything. Oh, you need to get him neutered. I got him neutered, and a month later, he was actually worse than he was before. Getting him neutered did nothing. He was just like, it's like I described in another video. He was like, if you took the movie Mad Max and transformed it into a cat, that's basically what he was. He's not a bad cat. He's awesome, actually. So sweet and affectionate with people. But whenever he got sight of Evie or Pumpkin, he would just take off. Like, it was instant. There was no hesitation. There was, I'm going to go get him. I'm going to go get him. And So I tried everything. My kids helped out. They were a great help. I was just exhausted. I was absolutely at my wit's end. I was frustrated. I was exhausted. But I kept going. I kept trying things, and I would give it time. I would think, well, it's not, you haven't given it long enough. You need to keep trying. You need to keep working at it. And nothing, it always made me laugh. People would suggest, you just need to get a baby gate. Are you kidding me? This cat would scale a 10-foot wall to go get them. If he sees them, he's going to get them. And the way my house is set up, there's really no, well, I don't know if you've seen the layout of my house downstairs. It has a very open flow to it. There really is no baby gate happening down there anyway. I mean, unless you had one that was like super big, and it would have to go all the way up to the ceiling. No. The last straw for me was when he, this one day, I had to be really careful to keep him in here. I would have to make sure he didn't get out of the room. So even if I was just trying to go in and out of the bathroom, I would have to, if I wanted to keep him in there. And the other two cats would not come in here at all anymore. They used to love to come in here and hang out with me. They refused to come in here anymore. This one day, I tried to get out, and he slipped past me, and he tore down the hall. Located Evie, who, the poor thing, was just headed to the litter box, and he got a hold of her, got her down on the ground, and bit her neck. And that was the last straw. I just said, no. I'm glad I got there when I did, because I think he would have seriously hurt her if I had to pull him off of her. I had to literally pull him off her, and then he got me. I had a bad scratch, and he bit me, and I have bite marks, and I still have a little mark here because I was carrying him back upstairs, and he bit me right here and broke the skin. I had 2 puncture wounds here. It's not sore anymore, but that was the last straw for me. I thought, this is not going to work. I can't do this anymore, and it was awful. It was awful. I felt like a failure. I felt like an absolute failure. I tried everything with him, and he's a wonderful cat. I just think that this environment is not going to work for him. I don't think he's a good fit here with my cats. They won't stand up to him. They won't fight back. They're terrified. They're scared to death of him. So, but I wasn't going to. I made a plan, talked to the kids. I said, okay, here's the deal. I don't think it's working, and it's not getting any better. He was here for at least 6 weeks, I think, and it was only getting worse, it seemed like. So we have a family who has taken him in on a trial basis. We're going to see how it goes. So far, so good. He's doing well. And the good thing is, these are, my older son will get to see him on a regular basis. So he's going to, and he actually saw him last weekend and said he's doing really well. And he destroyed my bath mat when he was here. I had this just a plain memory foam bath mat in my bathroom in there, and that became his chew toy and his bed. He would drag this bath mat. He would grab it in his mouth. It's twice as big as he is. He would grab it in his mouth and drag it around the room in here. And wherever he wanted to take a nap, he would drag the mat over there and lay down on it. And the outside of it is just completely shredded. So I said, you know what? Let him take the bath mat. It's going to make him feel a little more comfortable in the new environment. And there were some other toys that he liked a lot. I said, I'm going to send all of this with him because I want him to be happy and comfortable. And he's settling in. He's doing okay. He still drags his bath mat everywhere. And he still sleeps on it. And I received an update today that he's kind of getting into the routine. They have 2 other cats. One of them completely ignores Dexter, and I don't know if they're going to stick with the name Dexter. They may change his name. he just looked like a Dexter to me. I don't know, not like the guy on the TV show, not like that, but he just looked like he needed a person's name. And just Dexter seemed to fit. But anyway, to me, he'll always be Dexter. Yeah. So they have one cat that totally ignores him, like doesn't care, and the other one will fight back, will stand up to him, and this cat will stand her ground. She's a big, grouchy cat, and she will stand her ground and fight back, which is, I think, what he needs. I think Dexter spent most of his young life not around other cats. He has no bite inhibition at all. Like kittens learn that. They learn not to bite and play so rough. He doesn't seem to understand that. And I'm hoping that this big grouchy cat will hopefully help him learn not to be so rough with other cats and people. But so far, things seem to be going really well. There is another family that I have talked to. There's another lady who had a cat who looked a lot like Dexter that recently passed away of old age, and she's looking for another cat, and she is also interested in him if this doesn't work out. But so far it's looking good. So far it looks really good. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to him. That's why I want to keep up with him and make sure everything's fine. But as far as I know so far, everything is really good, and it seems like he's really happy there. They live in a much larger house than mine. He has a lot more room to roam around. He's not like here. He was basically stuck in my bedroom or in the bathroom all day, and he didn't have free roam of the house. And I know that made him worse. I know he got bored, and I had all this pent up energy, and that was making things worse. Which meant when I let him out, he was more aggressive, and it was like a vicious cycle. But I really didn't have a lot of other options. But where he is now, he can roam freely because the one cat, he tries to play with the other cat, and this other cat's like, I don't care, shut up, go away. It doesn't really engage with him. It's like, whatever, that's what I understand anyway. And then the grouchy cat will just smack him right back. So I think he got a little attitude adjustment the first few times he tried to treat the grouchy cat like my cats, and I don't think it went the way he expected it to. So Dexter's, he's doing well. He's doing okay, and I'm really glad so far. I got my fingers crossed that it's gonna continue going well, but it sounds like it's gonna be a good fit with this family. I'm really hoping it is. If not, I do have someone else who is interested in also giving it a go to see how he does with her. Either way, I'm not going to let anything bad happen to him, I promise you. I'm going to make sure he's okay. And, maybe I would still be open to having another cat along with mine, but I'm thinking it might need to be a female, and it might need to be a younger cat, like a kitten that's not quite so threatening. But for now, I think we're good with just 2 cats. But we kept Dexter out of a shelter and got him a good home. I took him to the vet, got him checked out, got him neutered. Hopefully we have given him a shot at a better life. I'm certain we've given him a better life than he would have in a shelter up there. He may have never made it out of that shelter. I don't know. That's what I wanted to prevent. So Evie and Pumpkin are kind of starting to come back around. They're starting to relax a little bit. They will come in my room again, which is nice. We used to hang out in here together. I was going to show you this picture. I was going through my son's closet this evening, and I pulled a bunch of shirts and stuff out that he didn't want anymore. And I was going to take them to Goodwill, and I just threw them all on the floor out in the hall. And Evie loves to burrow up into things, and she burrowed up into one of the hoodies I pulled out of the closet, and she's looking at me like, what? I just had to show you that. That was really cute. But the whole ordeal kind of most of the comments I got from people were really helpful. Some of the comments reminded me of Harvest. I know they shouldn't have, but I read them and I thought, that sounds like something Harvest would say if she was giving somebody advice on having a cat. So it gave me an idea of a video. I want a harvest video giving advice on cat care. So that's why I have this little kitty right here. This came from Walmart. It's a little Valentine's Day kitty. So I don't know. I have no idea what the video is going to be like, but I have harvested the comments that sounded like harvest, and I've written them all down, and I'm going to turn them into a role play video featuring Harvest, who is going to give you her lovely advice on incorporating a new cat into your home. Oh, I just noticed this one has hearts on its butt. Look at that. Little embroidered hearts. I didn't see that before. This kitty was $5.78. And it was the only plush cat I could find at Walmart the other day. So I just wanted to let you know, because I know a lot of people have been wondering about him. Yeah, I really hate it didn't work out, because I grew really attached to him. I really hated to let him go. He is the most affectionate little boy. He's so sweet. And I really hate that it didn't work out, but I don't want him being here putting my cats at risk of being hurt or worse. I can't have him here if that's what he's going to do. And he was just bound and determined to get them. I mean, that was like, he had this one-track mind. He's like, I'm going to get him. I don't care. You can spritz me with pheromones. You can put me in a harness. You can try getting me closer on either side of the door. I don't care. I'm patient. I will wait until you get sick of all this and just let me go get him. That was kind of the attitude he had, was like, I don't care. I'm going to get him. So, just so you know, I'm going to get him. So, yeah, I hate it didn't work out. But it's a happy ending for everybody, because I think the home he's in is going to be really good for him. And if it doesn't work out, like I said, I have someone else waiting if it doesn't work. And I've talked to her about it and told her, look, he's in this other home, and she said that's awesome. I really hope it works out, but if not, let me know. So yeah, that's really it. But yeah. So anyway, Dexter will not be here anymore unless it doesn't work out, and then I will take him back, and then I will be in touch with the other lady. But at this point, he's not here, so I kind of miss having him here, although he completely destroyed a pair of my boots. He chewed up a pair of my boots like a puppy would, like he gnawed holes in my boots. But again, it's because he was stuck in here all day. I mean, he was bored. He was restless and bored and lonely, and he destroyed a pair of my boots. And all the boots in I accidentally left my closet door open one day while I was gone to work, and that's when he did it. And I have probably 25 pairs of boots in there. The pair he tore up was my brand new pair of boots. It was a pair I just bought. It completely destroyed them. So, like, why couldn't you chew up one of the old pairs? But anyway, yeah, he's good. So I just wanted to let you know that he's good. And Tomorrow we're going somewhere really interesting if I can work it out. So please stay tuned for that. I hope you'll like it. It's kind of a nostalgic kind of place. So if I am able to, I'm going to take you somewhere kind of fun tomorrow. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again really soon.